Avengers Endgame is under a month away, and we just can't wait to see how our heroes will be able to right the wrongs caused by Thanos at the end of Infinity War. Now, the snappening has left us in shambles, and we're still not over losing Peter Parker, even though it's been nearly an entire year. Because of this, we'd love to see Thanos get taken out sooner rather than later, and we might just get our wish in Endgame. Ever since Thanos snapped half of all life in the universe out of existence, fans have been coming up with theories on how the Avengers are going to reverse the decimation. Now, many of these theories center around our heroes traveling through time in Endgame to get all of the Infinity Stones together before Thanos does, and then taking out the Mad Titan in a grand finale battle of the ages. That sounds like a great plan for our heroes and would surely make for a good fight, but as a moviegoer, wouldn't this just turn Endgame into Infinity War 2.0? Marvel Studios has been building up an incredible finale, and we think that seeing a rehash of Infinity War in Endgame isn't the way they want to end the Infinity Saga. Now, while we definitely think time travel will be a huge part of Avengers Endgame, since leaked set photos show our heroes back at the Battle of New York with a new guest in Ant-Man and some interesting gadgets on their wrists, we think Thanos will meet his end much earlier than many fans expect. In the first Endgame trailer, we saw Thanos' armor on display like a scarecrow and then saw him walking through a field. If you're a comic book fan, then you know all about Farmer Thanos. After Thanos wiped out half of all life in the universe in the comics to impress the personification of death, yes, he does it in the comics to impress a chick, not because of a lack of resources, he decides to retire and then become a farmer. While his motivations may be different in the MCU, we still don't understand why he didn't just double the universe's resources. It's clear he's living the simple life in Endgame too. In the Super Bowl trailer, we saw Rocket Raccoon opening a barn door and then immediately made the connection that he might be on Thanos' farm. Rocket was finally opening up to his friends, and then Thanos took them all away from him. Rocket even heard Groot say, "I am Groot," for the last time, and James Gunn himself tweeted that the talking tree meant dad when saying it this time. With all this anger inside him, Rocket might want to have a face-to-face conversation with the Mad Titan, who took the family he never had away from him. Also, in the Super Bowl trailer, we see Thor overlooking what seems to be the place Thanos snapped his fingers and triggered the dusting. Of course, he can't just simply go back to Asgard because, well, its foundation was completely destroyed, as Korg so eloquently pointed out in Thor Ragnarok. He's also had a pretty rough couple of weeks with his dad Odin dying and then his brother Loki dying at the hands of Thanos. Oh, and you know, the Mad Titan wiping out half of all living creatures in the known universe. Thor might want to speak with Thanos too, and by speak, we mean beat the heck out of him. Does this all point to Thanos, Rocket, and Thor being in the exact same place at the exact same time? We think it's definitely a possibility, and if we're seeing all of this in the trailers, and the trailers only use footage from the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie, then it's likely that this battle with Thanos will take place early in the film. Rocket probably has his hands on some powerful technology, and Thor is one of the strongest Avengers out there. But even without the power of the Infinity Stones, Thanos is still incredibly strong. After all, he is a Titan. Even if Thor actually aims for the head this time, it might not be enough to take Thanos down once and for all. They may need the support from one more hero to help turn the tide, and that hero may be none other than Captain Marvel. Why Captain Marvel? Well, for starters, she's often associated with the Space Stone, one of the 6 Infinity Stones Thanos collected in Infinity War, and as we've seen in the scenes in the most recent Avengers Endgame trailer, you know, the one where Thor calls Stormbreaker to his hand and then Carol Danvers didn't even flinch, Thor and Captain Marvel seem to have formed a friendship, with Thor even saying, "I like this one." Maybe that initial bond was made because they fought alongside each other to defeat Thanos. Also, as you know from her standalone movie, Carol Danvers and Ronan the Accuser know each other, and Thanos knows Ronan. So it's likely that Thanos also knows who Captain Marvel is, and won't be too surprised to see her show up to help Thor and Rocket defeat him. She could also destroy a spaceship with a single punch, so just imagine what she could do to Thanos. Kevin Feige himself has said Captain Marvel is the most powerful hero in the MCU, so with Thor and Rocket by her side, we have no doubt this trio could take down Thanos. Just defeating Thanos isn't going to bring our dusted heroes back though. After Thanos snapped his fingers at the end of Infinity War, the Infinity Gauntlet was heavily damaged, and who knows the state of the Infinity Stones. It's possible that the Gauntlet can't house the stones anymore, which means the Science Bros might have to make their own gauntlet. It's also possible that the stones aren't working because they need to recharge, or maybe they're damaged themselves. While the Avengers may have succeeded in avenging their fallen comrades, having a broken Infinity Gauntlet and worn out Infinity Stones means they can't simply reverse the snap and then bring our dusted heroes back. Right when they think they've failed, Ant-Man could swoop in and reveal the possibility of time travel through the quantum realm, which will allow our heroes to go back in time and then make things right. We thought Scott Lang was stuck in the quantum realm forever at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, but he definitely found a way out, and we think it involves those time vortexes Janet Van Dyne warned him about. Maybe those snazzy new Avengers suits are designed to keep our heroes safe in the quantum realm. Going through a time vortex might also explain why Scott Lang looks like a man out of time in the most recent Endgame trailer. All in all, it just makes sense for the Avengers to get rid of Thanos early on in the movie, so they could focus solely on bringing back those who were lost in the decimation. Thanos is as vulnerable as ever since he's retired and no longer has the power of the Infinity Stones by his side, which could make for one heck of an interesting battle to kick off Endgame. And that's how we think Thanos might be defeated in the first act of Avengers Endgame. Do you agree with our theory? Do you think Thanos will meet his end early in the movie or right at the end? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to CBR for more MCU videos. Thanks for watching.